Get started here. So like I said, my name is Paul Moody. I am the online review specialist here at Celtic Fish, and excited to announce a new program that Celtic Fish is doing. I know a lot of you that are here may have been getting the emails about this new platform to help you boost your online reviews, manage your Google reviews, and which has a major impact on your local SEO. So that's what we're going to go through today. A quick agenda for the call. The first half of the call, I'll just a little bit of education on, why online reputation matters for small businesses today, the impact that online reviews have on your SEO, on your reputation. And then finally, I'll hop into a demonstration of this new tool that we're excited to share with you. And we'll do a quick high-level demonstration of that platform. And then after that, I'll pause for Q&A. All of you are are muted, so your mics won't work. So just make sure to, if you have questions, feel free to get them in throughout the webinar. That's fine, but I won't answer them until the end. You should see a Q&A button on your Zoom toolbar there, and that'll allow you to type in any questions, and then we'll get to those at the end there. So without further ado, I'm just going to hop right in and get started here. So when we think about the impact that Google reviews have on your local SEO and on the ability for your potential customers to be able to find your business, it's pretty major. And the reason why it's so major is because if you think about the way that people shop nowadays, it all starts online. It almost doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, whether you're selling cars, selling vacations, writing insurance quotes, or selling websites or IT services. It really doesn't matter. Folks are shopping online and doing research before reaching out to any business. As a matter of fact, 70% of research is done online prior to anyone reaching out, speaking to a salesperson, visiting a new business, or potentially, buying a new product. And generally, the way they're doing that research is through Google as being the most powerful search engine that's out there. So we want to make sure that your business is showing up in Google. Google heavily prioritizes their map packs on the screen there. And that is the way that people are finding you. And I think I've got, see, Kenny, are you there? I think I hear you.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. My meeting ran just a couple minutes late.
No worries. I went ahead and got started. I hope that's okay.
Oh, I so appreciate it, Paul.
Yeah, no worries.
You guys are amazing.
All right. Appreciate it, Kenny. So I'm going to keep going for these guys here. But so I was talking about how people are shopping these days, and the way that Google heavily prioritizes their online reviews, and specifically through those map packs. When people are shopping, what they're looking for really is social proof. They want to know that other people have said this business is a credible business. Other folks have used this company and this is what they've said about it. Therefore, I feel comfortable using this company. So a lot of times the way they find those businesses is through a simple search term like best blah, blah, blah near me. The example on the screen there, for instance, searching for an insurance agent in Atlanta, Georgia, for instance. So when you do that, Google heavily prioritizes first and foremost their map pack, showcasing the reviews. You'll notice, for instance, they default to a 4.0 rating on those best blank near me searches. So if your business doesn't have at least 4 stars, you're not even going to get seen on that map pack unless there's unless the potential consumer is savvy enough to start going in and changing the filters and things like that. Then below that, you'll see, if you keep scrolling on Google generally, then you'll see the other third-party review websites that might be out there, maybe industry-specific websites. And then you'll finally get potentially to some actual end customer websites kind of thing. So how do you get to that top of Google like that when it comes to your reviews? Google is looking for a few different things. The way they prioritize this, they want to see that you've got a high number of positive reviews, but more importantly, they also want to see that you've got consistent reviews coming in. So you need to be getting reviewed often. So it can't just be, hey, I've got 200 reviews, but they were all from 5 years ago. That doesn't matter. They need to be consistently coming in. You need to have reviews coming in every month. And then finally, they're also looking for interaction with those reviews. Google really likes to see that you're responding to those reviews and interacting with those reviews. Um, Even if you are in the business that's where most of your business comes from word of mouth, for instance, this next stat on the screen here is 80% of people who receive a word of mouth recommendation will still go online to check that reputation of the business. It's really looking for that social proof. True story, I was just in the market for, I needed a new doctor, a general practitioner, and a very close friend of mine recommended said, hey, this guy's going to take care of you. Don't even worry about it. Well, I just naturally, not because I'm in this industry, but literally just naturally said, well, of course, I'm going to Google this guy. And as soon as I Google that guy, of course, I'm looking at all of the reviews for this doctor before I decide to go visit him. So, as much as I trusted my close friend, I still wanted to see what a whole bunch of strangers had to say about this guy before I decided, yeah, okay, I will choose this person over another person. So it's critical that you've got that quote unquote social proof online, and Google reviews is the most popular place that people look for that social proof. Finally, 85% of millennials trust online reviews as much as a word of mouth recommendation. So it's really considered to be credible in the eyes of a lot of consumers these days, and especially of millennials, according to the latest study from Bright Local that we pulled this data from. Last couple of things I want to go through before we hop over to the demo. A company's online star rating is now shown to be the number one factor for consumers choosing business. So 92% of consumers are reading online reviews. 69% of those consumers agree that the review needs to be written within the last couple of months to be considered relevant. So it's critical that you've got a robust online review presence, but more importantly, those reviews really do need to be current. Not just because Google prioritizes it like I was talking about earlier, but also the consumers prioritize it. If you've got reviews on there from 5 years ago, the consumers aren't that interested in those. They want to see recent reviews. So it's really critical you're getting reviewed recently and consistently. And then finally, 40% of consumers will form an opinion after reading just those first 3 reviews. So your most recent reviews really do need to be stellar. However, part of the problem that a lot of businesses face is just that the majority of people who want to go online and leave a review tend to be those folks who are feeling negatively. Folks who've had a negative experience need very little motivation to go online and gripe and complain. They want to get it off their chest. And these online review sites have just been weaponized against businesses. They really can become weaponized very quickly. However, the majority of your happy customers just don't think to do it unless you ask them to and make it simple for them to. The last stat at the bottom there, this was from that same study that we've been referencing, but over 70% of happy customers will only go online to speak positively about their experience if you prompt them to. You make it very simple for them to do so. And it's got to be done in a prompt and quick manner from the time that they actually, experienced working with you. So that's where this new tool comes in that's being offered here at Keltic Fish. So we're pretty excited to show you a demo of this. Now, we recognize you're busy working in your business. And a lot of times, online reviews, while most people realize like, boy, those are critical and I need those, but you're so busy working in your business, you may not think to be asking for those reviews and things like that. So I just want you to think about this as I'm showing you this demo. The majority of this stuff is set up for you and automated as much as possible because we recognize you're busy, you're working in your business, but this is a critical component of your business and can be automated to where you're able to manage this and solicit those reviews without you having to really be thinking about it. So the way we do that is we've got a pretty large, extensive list of integrations for this platform that we can integrate into your CRMs, your point of sale systems, business management systems, even accounting tools, if you're using FreshBooks or QuickBooks or something like that. We will hook in to automate the process of soliciting those online reviews. And here's what it can look like. So we've been soliciting reviews this month for Celtic Fish using this tool just to be able to show you guys how it works. This goes out via text as well as via email. You'll notice it will have your logo on here, your name, links to your Google and Facebook, or whichever review sites you want to go to. This is completely customizable, but it will be specific to your business. And this will go out automatically if we have an integration with either a CRM or point of sale system that you utilize. If you don't have a business management system or something like that that we can hook into, there are very simple ways to also send out review requests by just simply uploading a quick Excel spreadsheet of the email and phone numbers of the folks you want to send review requests to. And we have a smartphone app that allows you to easily just one-on-one. If you just got off the phone with a great customer and said, hey man, I need to remember to ask him for a review, you open up the smartphone app and send a review, put in their name and number in there, and it'll text and email them a review. Now, when this review request goes out, it's linked to your review sites, whichever links you want them to be in there, Google being the most important, but it goes out as part of a campaign. So when the text and the email goes out, if the customer does not click through to actually write you a review, that triggers the system to know, hey, a couple business days later, we're going to automatically send a reminder. And we can even, a couple business days after that, send another final reminder if you want. It's completely customizable how you want that, but that goes out as part of the campaign. And that's just to create more opportunities for that person when they are when it's convenient for them to actually leave you a review. Now, some people may say, hey, I don't know if I want to solicit reviews. What if I get negative ones? Generally, I'll say two things to that. One, if you're not soliciting online reviews, honestly, you're kind of subject. You're a sitting duck waiting to get those potential negative reviews anyway, because anyone can go online and write a negative review whether you ask them to or not. Now, two, you're going to outweigh those negative reviews by soliciting those positive reviews from your clients. So you're going to start to outweigh those potential negative reviews. But the second thing I like to say is it's all about really providing an avenue for someone to gripe or complain. We have found about 80% of the time, when you ask it in this way, hey, your experience wasn't great. Hey, we want to make it right. Contact us here. If you provide that avenue, about 80% of the time, those folks who've had a negative experience will click that button. And that takes them to this page here, where they can still say their piece, still get it off their chest, but this is an internal feedback message to you and to your company. So it doesn't have to be posted on Google or Facebook or some public forum. So it helps to mitigate some of those potential public negative reviews, while all your happy and satisfied clients will hit the Google button and things like that. So it's really just about providing an avenue for those folks who did have an unfortunate negative experience to be able to give you that critical feedback without doing it on a public forum. Now, anytime a review gets written, whether it was solicited through this platform or not, we are monitoring the web for you. There is over 180 different review websites out there, anywhere from Angie's List to Zillow to TripAdvisor to Better Business Bureau, Yahoo Local, you name it. There's tons of them out there. And more than likely, you have some listings on some of those sites without even realizing you have listings on those sites. And if someone writes a review for you on any of those sites, we're going to automatically alert you because we're monitoring the full web. Now, Google is by far the most important one, in my opinion, and it is the most popular one. So obviously, anytime Google reviews come in as well, you're going to be immediately alerted, but as well as all of the other websites that are out there. And those reviews will then also flow into this dashboard as well as the smartphone app. What's critical about that is this makes it very simple for you to interact with those reviews, because we were talking earlier how Google likes to see interaction with those reviews. So what I mean by interaction is we want to make sure you are responding to those reviews. What we do is make it very simple. When you get an alert that, hey, you received a review, you can easily click on it. and respond to that review directly through here. But more importantly, we provide you with different response templates. You can easily copy and paste them, but we even set it up to where it will automatically respond for you directly on here. So if you imagine up to 50 different response templates that are smart templates, so that say, hey, if a 5-star review comes in on Google, then respond with one of these 10 different templates. If a 4-star, respond with one of these other 10 different templates. And it filters through it so it doesn't appear that a robot necessarily is actually responding to those reviews for you. But it's interacting with it, and it actually responds directly to the reviews for you. So it just takes that off of your hands. Now, a lot of times for negative reviews, we'll set this up to where it says, hey, don't auto respond to the negative reviews, because sometimes those need a little more finesse. But completely customizable, completely up to you, and we set all of this up for you. Last couple of things I want to go through. You'll notice here this review got shared on the Facebook page. We hook into your social media feeds, to your websites, to where anytime someone writes just your positive reviews, a 4 or a 5-star reviews, we're going to automatically share those, because we want to make sure as many people as possible are seeing those positive reviews. So if I write a 5-star review today on Google, not only does it show up on Google, it's going to automatically show up on Facebook. It's going to automatically show up on Twitter, and then can automatically show up directly on your website, kind of like we've got here at Celtic Fish. So this is our review feed that just now automatically flows our reviews directly onto the website. So you'll be able to have this directly automated go into your website of just your positive reviews. What's great about this, I don't want to get too technical to confuse anyone, but this is more than just like a banner or a widget. This data that's flowing over from the review sites, that's flowing in here, is what's known as schema data. All you need to know about what that means is that Google can recognize this text on your website. The reason that's critical is reviews are typically chocked full of keywords. And Google, when you're thinking about the SEO of your website, Google wants to see fresh content being added to your website, and they want to see it chocked full of keywords. Well, guess what? This is fresh content, and that schema data means that Google can actually read and recognize this content. So it's really also boosting the overall SEO of your page as well. So it's a really great extra feature that you can have these just automatically flowing over directly to your website, in addition to your social media feeds. Finally, this here is another thing that all of our clients will get who have this program. This is another listing. This is outside of your website. This is for boosting what's known as quote unquote off the page SEO, meaning search engine optimization for your company, for listings, and for people to be able to find your brand and redirect over to your website. So this page here is going to house all of the reviews from across the web and dump them onto one page about your company. And then we SEO optimize this by indexing all of those reviews for keywords. So as people start searching for the reputation of your business, this page starts creeping up to where they can easily find that social proof, as well as being pointed directly to your website as well. So it's just another backlink, another great way to make sure people are able to easily find your company. So you'll also have that. And then what's great about this site too, is this is actually a review website, meaning people can actually come here and write reviews directly on this page. And if they write a review like this gentleman did for Celtic Fish, wrote a review right here, and this automatically can get shared on the website as well as the Facebook feed and all that kind of stuff. So people can actually write reviews directly on this page as well. So you've got your own review site too. So pretty neat there. So that's all of the bells and whistles, if you will, that I wanted to show you. There's tons of other stuff that you can drill into in here, all types of reporting that you can find. We can even drill it down to if you have your employees sending out review requests, we can track which employees got which reviews, and you can say, okay, employee A, B, and C, which one has the higher star ratings and who needs improvement and things like that. There's all types of data in here that you can drill down into, as well as the reportings. But with all that said, I will gladly stop now for any questions that you might have if you want to pop them into the Q&A screen. We also will, if you're interested in learning more in addition to today, feel free to reach directly out to Kenny, and he can get you in touch with me or whomever, and we can gladly do a one-on-one, do a quick reputation look-see, if you will, about your own online reputation today and see how this might work. But we'll pause there for questions and then go from there. And this is being recorded, so we'll send out this recording after the fact as well. I'm not seeing any questions coming in, so that's okay. I'll hang out for a little bit longer, but obviously if you don't have questions, you are free to go. Like I said, we'll send out this recording, but I'll hang out a little while longer for whomever might have questions, and we'll go from there. Okay, we've got a question from Della. How do you set the program? I'm not sure what you mean, like set it up. We set it all up for you. It's based on your Google My Business listing. So we basically take that information and we'll plug it into the program and get it set up for you. And then once that's set up, I will literally have about a 20 to 30-minute phone call with you and your team and whomever wants to be there to say, hey, do you like A, B, and C? Do you want the review request to go out like this or like that? And it's very, very simple. And we get all the automations turned on and also teach you how to use it manually if you want to use it manually. But it's a pretty simple setup process. And our platform really is, not to be too braggy, but it's very user friendly. It is just so simple to use. But hopefully that answers your question, Della.
Hey, Paul, do you mind if I interject?
Of course.
So, one, Della, if you wanted to come by and take a look at the platform, I'm more than willing to show you. You know where our office is. Della is a great sponsor of my radio show. So, just letting you know, Paul, who she is.
Awesome.
With heavy foot weight. And you can come by anytime. I'll show it. I love to pick your mind anyways, Della. But the thing that I love best about this, we've been using it for almost a month now, right?
Yes, about 30 days.
I love that people are able to, like, I've had a couple negative responses and it sent a direct email to me. They clicked on the red button, not Google. So I was really glad that they did that. And then we were able to, you remember that when we were setting up our integration, that 3-star review that we had?
Mm-hmm.
That had no information. I was like, what the heck? We were able to actually track it down, and we were notified quickly because of the software that it happened. And I was able to track that person down and figure out what was wrong. And they removed their review off of Google.
Yeah.
So, and it's really interesting to see how easy it is to get these reviews from the people.